Last year, Christian McCaffrey was one of the best fantasy players. CMC started the year with a struggling Panthers team that had heavily relied on him. Around week 7, CMC got traded to the 49ers, and he was originally expected to be the lead back of a loaded offense. He ended the season as the RB2. But even though he has lower fantasy numbers than the RB1 Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey should be the RB1. Does Eckler have a passing touchdown? Does Eckler have 1,000 yards on the ground? The answer to both of those questions are no. In McCaffrey's first fully healthy-ish season, he showed that he was arguably the best running back in the league. So Eckler or McCaffrey? Honestly, it's pretty close. I would choose, at this point in time, Austin Eckler because of the following reasons. Number 1, this was Christian McCaffrey's first season where he was fully healthy. So what? That means he's not going to get injured next season? Now, don't get me wrong. Anyone in the NFL can get injured, but there is no one, and I mean no one in the NFL, that is more known for getting injured than CMC. Number 2, Eckler isn't splitting the backfield like CMC is. Now, even though CMC is the most injury-prone player in the NFL, his teammate that shares the backfield with him, Elijah Mitchell, is the second most injury-prone player in the NFL. I'm just joking. McCaffrey is not the number 1, and Mitchell is not the number 2. They just get injured way too much. So when Elijah Mitchell is out, usually McCaffrey had the whole backfield to himself, with the exception of a couple of touches from the Niners' third-string running back Jordan Mason. However, CMC having the backfield to himself is not a very good idea. CMC kept getting injured when the Panthers heavily relied on him for offense. Even though it might have not been good for CMC's fantasy profile, 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan had the right idea of having McCaffrey share the backfield with Elijah Mitchell. Even this season, the season where CMC was, quote-unquote, fully healthy, he was questionable to play week after week. For some reason, the star's body just isn't durable enough to have the backfield to himself every game. He's an elite player with elite upside. However, when he isn't healthy and can't play, he loses his elite upside for the weeks that he is injured. I would choose Eckler over McCaffrey because Austin Eckler is more durable on the field. Eckler played every game in 2022, and he had the backfield to himself. And I'm expecting the same thing to happen in 2023. Now, am I saying that CMC is a bad investment? Absolutely not. Even though CMC can rarely stay healthy, he is the type of running back that can average 20 points per game, easily, even when he's sharing the backfield. Expect CMC to see many goal line and red zone snaps. CMC is also heavily involved in the passing game, which makes him a spectacular choice in PPR formats. I had CMC last year in fantasy, and he was a stud. He is super talented, and I hope that he can have a repeat of his fully healthy season that he had last year. He's going to be gone by the first round, and he's not going to make it to the second round. So if you want CMC, you have to make sure that you're drafting relatively early. As far as trades go, expect a lot if you want to trade him or trade for him. You will have to give away a lot to get CMC because he's still fighting with with running backs like Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, and Derrick Henry for bragging rights of being the RB1 in fantasy football. Like and subscribe for more fantasy content. If you like this video, Share this video with your family and friends.